Bong and welcome back to my channel where we talk about all things Transformers and Transformers action figure related, and today I've actually finally been able to get my hands on the Quintesson Judge. I'm really happy about this because this figure actually got delayed in most places in the UK, but I managed to get my grubby little mitts on this guy today. If you hang around UK guys, I will be telling you right at the end of the video where you too, if there's any left, can get your hands on the Quintesson Judge. As we always do on my channel, let's take a quick look at the packaging that this dude comes with. There are a few minor changes, and I don't just mean in the condition of this box. So first off, where I got this from, it wasn't the bin outside the shop, I promise you, but all the Quintesson Judges in the shop were in pretty poor condition when it came to the box. So it's not me that did this to the box. I look after my boxes, but for the purposes of this video, yeah, this one is probably the worst box I've done since Astro Train. On the front, we have Quintesson Judge and some more Cybertronian writing. Transformers Earthrise. Transformers on the front, ages 8 and up. TAKARA, Tomy, and then Generations. On the side, we have the amazing, awesome Transformers Earthrise artwork. I swear to God, I'm getting all three of these blown up and put up in the studio once we have done with this. On the back, we get some lovely product shots here showing us the different things that this thing is capable of doing, including its mighty spinning action, so we can reenact some cool scenes from the movie. Again, we did get a couple of changes from what they said originally for this figure, so they have made a couple of changes. And I guess we'll go into those a little bit when we get to the review of the bot mode for this, or certainly the main mode for this. Then we look at the top, and what we get is a cool looking Quintesson logo. I don't think I've ever seen one of these before. That is some pretty cool stuff. I like this logo a lot. Definitely suits the Quintessons. Nice, well done Hasbro. And then we get Galvatron. I say this every review, but I want me a Galvatron. Actually, looking at it, I didn't realise there's a Quintesson logo here, a Quintesson logo here, and there seems to be a Quintesson logo here as well. And then underneath there's the usual warnings where there's lions and Ras and don't eat your children and all of those kind of things. As always with an Earthrise figure, we get the backdrop for this one, and of course, we get Quintesson on this one when you reveal that, so that's nice. And again, we get a beautiful, lovely Quintesson logo in a kind of teal green type thing. And oh, is that Quintessa, or is that a Quintesson spaceship there? So I think we actually get a Quintesson starship, maybe. That's interesting. That's pretty cool. That's nice. It's kind of got that biomechanical organic feel. Nice. Oh, and I forgot the side art. The side art is also extremely nice on this. And do you know what? I'd actually forgot that this was a Voyager class. I've just completely forgotten. So when I picked it up, I was like, whoa, you're a big bugger. And I'd completely forgot about that. Then we get the destructions. Destructions on this are fine, they're okay. There's no problem with this. You could probably work out how this transforms in your sleep. Absolutely nothing is very difficult on this one at all. Accessories that he comes with as well, I will get into once we look at the main figure. Now it's time to take a look at the main event, and the main event starts off bad. Oh, so bad. Okay, Hasbro had to give this an alt mode. Alright. Okay, Hasbro. Okay. Interesting. It's interesting. I mean, what do you do with an egg? What do you do with a floating egg with 5 faces of darkness? You turn it into a prison, which kind of resembles what happened in the movie with the guys being in prison, and the fact that they do this kind of judge type mock justice type thing. Yeah, okay, all right, it fits in with their theme potentially, but in all reality, yeah, it's not ideal. It's not great. I'm not a lover of base modes anyway, and certainly this one is troublesome, shall we say. It all kind of doesn't hold together too well. This piece here just kind of sits on the top and hooks into one of the heads to kind of keep it there, but if you touch it, it kind of just falls. If we have a little look, I'll bring the camera in for this rather than moving this, because this doesn't also is loose and doesn't buckle down, so things will just fall over if I don't move the camera itself. But we can see here there's some nice molded detailing on this. Some thought has gone into it. The gun just kind of sits on top. There's a little entrance there on the inside. Just on this, there's no holes on the bottom of this, and you're supposed to put it there, but there is holes on the top where you can put the gun. So I actually personally prefer to have it the other way around, and then you can stick that in there and it'll stay on instead of keep falling over like it always does. If we come around the other side, we can see a bit more molded detailing, but there's not much really to write home about here. Play value for this is okay for a base mode. You need a figure kind of the size of a rung to go into the actual prison itself. So you just kind of open the front and in goes a rung. So once rung is in there, you can see now your Battle Master dude is in prison. Cool, why not? That's nice. Unfortunately though, the Battle Masters themselves don't fit inside the actual Quintesson, so Rung won't go in there, so he has to live in prison. But what will go in there, guys, obviously is the Titan Master. So Crunk, he'll fit in there. Lucky, so he'll just fit inside here, and then you've got yourself a little Crunk who kind of won't stand up because this won't stay down. Maybe he'll go in there now and stay up, and there we go. We finally got little Crunker to stay in there, so we can see, yeah, that's how it kind of looks, what you need to go into each place, and that's kind of it. You have the connectors here at the front. So if you want the connectors, you can also connect it up to whatever you want and using that kind of battle connection. So that's kind of nice. So I'm going to do something now I never thought I would do on this channel, and that's bring Ironworks out to use as a comparison for anything. But with this being a kind of base mode at this size, it's the only thing I could kind of think. I know he's a slightly smaller character, but he's still a base mode, so you can see how big his base mode is compared to Ironworks. And you got the connector here and the connector here, so you can do the connecting thing, and you can have your little mini cons driving around using them as bases if you want. So yeah, nice. Time to get to what we all really want to see though, which is the main bot mode or biomechanical mode. I'm not sure, but let's call it the bot mode still, the main Quintesson mode. First thing you need to do, remove this. This is a bit shoddy because it's just kind of, you pull this out, that's kind of it. Then next piece you're going to do is remove this, and we'll transform this now while we're here as well. So you fold this up and you fold this up, and this becomes the kind of Quintesson's little throne to sit on later on. So we'll set that to one side while we're just transforming the rest of the Quintesson. Everything else is just a fold up. Just a word to the wise: when you transform your Quintesson from the Quintesson mode to the alt mode, make sure that everything's lined up. You've got these little pegs. Some of them have 2, which you can see here, and some of them have 1. If you don't line them up correctly, you're not going to be able to transform it correctly. So just make sure, and then we just flip round every single one of these, and then flip down every single one of these. So very easy transformation there. Finally, prison in his head, and then pull this off because this will be the little flamey thing that he rides around on. Make sure you put this in the right way. 2 holes go at the top, not at the bottom like I just did. And then you can just sit his little cap on the top here, and then he's pretty much transformed, other than just sitting on his seat, little flamey piece. And there we have our fully transformed Judge. So let's take a look at him in his fully realized beautiful bot mode, and I will say straight away, this more than makes up for the more than dodgy alt mode that this comes with. I would have been really happy if they'd have just done this. I'd have still been happy paying the same price for it. Maybe they could have given us some lights or some voice. I know another company that's doing that. I can't wait for that bad boy. But this is just a fantastic Quintesson. Let's take a look at his 5 faces of darkness very close up. So we get the first face here, and absolutely awesome detailing. So show accurate or movie accurate, however you want it to be. This is definitely the Quintesson that we've always waited for. The Judge just looks absolutely fantastic. Each face, so much detail. I love the colouring, the way that they've done the eyes, really nice. The greens, the yellows, nice little luminous yellow going off in the background there as well. We come round to the other face here at the back. Oh, so nice, so detailing. Love the teeth on this bad boy as well. Come around here to the next face. Blues, greens, really nice blue tint within the eyes there, and the mouth. Absolutely fantastic. Nice molded detailing at the top, and the top does hold on, but if you shake it, it falls down. So that this just kind of sits in there. It doesn't really tab in to anything, which is a little bit of an issue, but that's in both modes. Then we come down the bottom, and we have some very nice molded detailing here. And then we have these little tentacles everywhere, and these little tentacles have little bits and bobs on them. And then they also have little bits of molded detail until we come down the bottom, which is the kind of flame that it rides around on. Has some nice molded detailing. Now we're going to take a look at this bad boy's articulation, and this is where it gets amazing in some places and a little bit sketchy in one. I'll start off with everything that's fantastic first. First of all, this absolutely awesome. This is just brilliant. Love it. Innocent. Love it. Absolute. Absolutely great. And you can go for a mega spin. You can spin them around as much as you want, and then absolutely fantastic. That's such a nice touch to put into this figure. Beautiful. Well done, Hasbro. Then this added articulation that we get here on some of the jaws, but not all. So innocent. But you can get it there. Unfortunately, this dude don't have any. Never mind. And this dude doesn't have any. And this dude has some, which is nice. And this dude has some. So if they've got a big chinny chin, they've got it. If they've only got a little chinny chin, they get nothing. Not even a little up and down. So that's the articulation there, around there. Where the articulation for me does fail a little bit is within his tentacles. Watch how I say that on the video. Make sure I say tentacles. On his tentacles, they are, yeah, they're kind of molded plastic, and they're supposed to bend to however you want, but it's not really going to. And if I try and bend it, I see already here, if I try and bend it a little bit, I just see huge stress marks here with this. So great idea, but posability wise, these tentacles really are just out of the box, are just kind of doing what they want to do. I guess for your figures, if you can find some way to separate them all out, properly, because the plastic obviously has been in the box for quite a while. You might be able to, after a while, get them to hold slightly better positions, but for me, mine kind of want to fold back to where they were in the box constantly at the moment, and I don't want to stretch them too much because, like I say, you can get stretch marks in this already for mine. And then we get to our first kind of, why did they do that? Because when I look at the box, and I brought this up in past videos as well, we got this lovely orange flame for it to sit on, but unfortunately they went with the clear flame on this. Not a fan of that, if I'm 100% honest. I wish they would have stuck with the orange flame on this, but they went their own way and did this clear flame, which is okay, I guess. Also, in and around this little flame piece here, we do get a little switch here, so when we want to remove this, there's a little switch to flip and then pull, which just kind of moves those little grippers there. So for the transformation, you'll need to remove this. Another little thing that he comes with is his seat, or his little judging seat, and there's a little tab underneath, so you can stick him on his little judging seat and he can tell people how guilty they are and how innocent they are. And that's pretty much where he sits and spins round. A little bit awkward to do while he's sat on there, but looks pretty cool. You know, I like the look of that. That's definitely how I'll be displaying him. And what is pretty nice is we got a little gun with this dude as well. So yeah, so we get the gun and we tab it into this piece here. So right at the end of his tentacle, you can tab that in right there, and then underneath there's a little hole here and you can stick that in there, and then when you put this one into here, yeah, and then he can hold his little gun like this. And for those of you who are G1 fans, if we had some little Sharkticons chasing after him like this and these were all red, we can stick a little red visor over it, I guess. There we go, guys. So, and they were all red like this, then we can pretend that he's running away from the guys with the rage plague, which is pretty cool because that's how he looked, right? He was hopping away from the red Sharkticons, which is pretty cool. I quite like that. Really nice little touch there. I like these little G1 touches they do sometimes, little callbacks. So for a comparison on this guy, first of all, we'll bring out the little Sharkticon. So this is the Mech Fans Toys Sharkticon, or Sharkticons, and we can see he looks pretty cool next to them badass Sharkticons there. These are the same size as the Hasbro ones from what I can work out, so they look pretty cool together. And then also to stick him next to another Voyager class figure, in this case let's give him Springer. So Springer from Siege, you can see he is a pretty big bugger. When it comes down to size, he's only slightly smaller than Springer. He's just a really nice figure in this mode. No complaints really, apart from these little tentacles at the bottom. Apart from that, awesome. So finally, to my recommendation at the end. Do I recommend you pick this guy up? Hells yeah. Hells yeah. This guy is absolutely amazing. In this mode, he's great. Little issue with these, they could have been done slightly better, but this is the best version of the Quintesson I've ever had in my hands. It's the only one, but still, it's pretty good. It's pretty damn good. Very nice. Well done to Hasbro on this. Guys, in the UK, you can pick this bad boy up from Smith's if you're very lucky right now. I got this from Smith's in Speke near Liverpool, and there was none in Manchester, my home city. There's some in Leeds, there's some in Bradford, there's some in scattered around the country, but shops seem to have maximum 2 at the moment. And when I was on the way to pick this one up, the one in Liverpool actually sold out, so people are cottoning onto this. So guys, Let me know your thoughts on this one down in the comments. Are you as surprised to see this guy in the UK as I am? I heard he was delayed until October. Are you going to race out to pick this bad boy up in the morning, click and collect? What do you think? Is this better than some of the, was it Impossible Toys version? Let me know your thoughts in the comments, guys, and I'll see you in my next video. And if you're new around here, give me a like, a share, and a subscribe. And I'll see you in a bit. Peace!